Hello, welcome to a special video I made, which I've already teased in my previous videos. So, this is going to be a bit of an informative video because I know that some of you or a lot of you don't really know what's going on during these fights. So I thought, why not give it a bit of a crash course in those measures. So what I'm about to do is simple. It's going to be that I'm gonna show off all of my ACAGs, how they move, which their skills are, what kind of equipment they are, and what kind of super souls they are. I know you have a lot of questions, and I hope that these video answers most of them, if not all of them. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, first starting off with Luke. I'm first gonna show him the normal attributes, equipment, and super souls, which are quite important later. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we're going to our settings, then into our attributes, and you can see from how from where I place them that I just place them overall. You see it's very even. So yeah, you can put your attributes wherever you actually want, but I just did it like this because due to the simple fact that, yeah, I had really no idea which I should max out. So yeah. Then let's get into our equipment. Starting off with Son Goku's clothes, which Goku wore before he participated in the Cell games. And as you see, it has a star, meaning that the higher the star is, like your 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, the higher the number in the star, the better the equipment is. And that's also for the super souls, but I'll come to that later. So, as you can see, for that equipment we got 2 negative in ki and basic attacks, and 4 positive in stamina. Then we have Super 17 spans from Super 17 in Dragon Ball GT. We have 4 negative in health and ki explosion, and 4 positive in ki and stamina. Then Gogeta's clothes from the Gogeta Fusion Reborn movie. This is a 5-star, so it's a pretty good equipment. We have 5 negative in health, in stamina and ki explosion, and 5 positive in ki and strike attack. Then we have Whis symbol gi, which is 5 negative in health and ki explosion, and 5 positive in stamina and basic attack. Then we have the accessory, which is tails which the Universe 7 Saiyans had, which with its help turned them into grade 8. So we're now going to come to the Super Soul, and the Super Soul is called I Am Stronger Than I Ever Was Before, and as you can see, it's a 5-star Super Soul, meaning the higher the star level is, the better the Super Soul is, although that can be seen as objectively, but I'll come to that later. So this is the Super Soul from Buhan, or Majin Buu who absorbed Son Gohan, and it gives these buffs. When you have max ki, it gives you a small increase in stamina regeneration, and when you have max stamina, it activates the ki auto recovery, meaning that I automatically recover ki without having to perform combos or use charge skills. And my ki explosion type, which I do when I hold down B, is rush ki explosions. So yeah, that's for it for Luke's his stats. Now let's go into the photo mode. We're now in the character slot creation for the photo mode. Yeah, so I'll use the photo mode for my character showcase just because I have much more versatility in this than in training mode. So yeah, Now let's pick Luke, and you can also see his stat wheel, which my dumbass forgot to show. And who would be a good sparring partner? Yeah, let's take Broly because he has exactly 3 bars of health.
You go near my father, you've died.
I don't think so, Broly. I don't think so. And then we're gonna use the World Tournament Arena for the showcase.
Dragon Fist!
That was it for Luke. Now we're gonna hop into the next character. So, the second we're gonna do is Herobrine. And, well, without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, I ain't gonna show you the attributes because I showed you once. I ain't gonna do it anymore. And the same goes for the character slot, or the character selection. So yeah, let's go to equipment and let's plow through it. So first we got the Super 17 clothes. I already showed you those with Luke, and they have the same stats for negative in health and key explosion, and for positive in key and stamina. So yeah, it should be obvious that the sets for the same character have the same stats. Then we have the Time Patroller logo equipment, and it's 1 positive in every stat. Then the Sayuki costume from the Journey to West from the normal Dragon Ball. This gets 4 positive in health and stamina, and 4 negative in basic attacks and key explosion supers. Then we have the Resistance clothes as boots, and this is 2 negative in health and strike supers, and 2 positive in key and key explosion. and it's from the Dragon Ball Super Goku Black arc. Then we have the Sea Sword, which is from Dragon Ball Z, where Elder Kai was sealed in during Gohan's training to defeat Super Buu. Then as Super Soul, you have Awoken My True Strength, which is from Zarbon, and it always gives an extra large amount in the stamina recovery, which is pretty good, and a small boost in all abilities if I use an Awoken skill. So yeah, that was it for Herobrine, and now let's move into his moveset. That was it for Herobrine. 2 are done, 6 to go. Well, let's get going. Next comes Anubis. So, next on the list is Anubis. And I don't really have to tell why I gave him this name. So, without further ado, let's get into it. As always, first the equipment. So, for the top, we got Beerus, his clothing, and as you can see, it's a 5-star. So, for the stats, it has 5 negative in health, basic attacks, and strike supers, and 5 positive in ki, stamina, and ki explosion. Then we got the Sayuki costume from the Journey to West, by the way. The top is from Goddess Destruction Beerus, I don't really have to tell that. So, for that equipment, we got 4 negative in basic attacks and ki explosion supers, and 5 positive in health and stamina. Then we got Broly's clothing from Dragon Ball Z Broly, not Super Broly. And for that we got 5 negative in health, stamina, and ki strike supers. And 5 positive in ki basic attacks
and Ki Explosion. Then at last we have the feet, and for that we have Pycon's clothing from Pycon from the Overworld tournament and the Fusion Reborn movie. And for that equipment we got 4 negative in health and Ki Explosion supers, and 4 positive in stamina and basic attacks. Then for the accessories we got Sarbon's ring, well, the headpiece you can see right there, right between that streak. Yeah. And for the Super Soul we got Let's Enjoy This Game. And you might remember how I said that the starter level of a Super Soul can be viewed as objectively. And that is such a Super Soul that, in my opinion, has potential to be a 5-star Super Soul, and I explain you why. So, it's the Kaioshin of the East Super Soul, and it always reduces the damage you take from all attacks by a small amount, and it nullifies poison, movement reduction damage, and stun damage. And that removing of the stun damage is what it makes, in my opinion, such a good Super Soul. Because for stamina break, you might have seen me do that. I'll explain that in another video, but let's get to the track again. Because when you're getting stamina broken, you always have getting stunned. And while you're stunned, the opponent has the opportunity to either fire an ultimate attack at you or another attack. And with that Super Soul, you basically don't have that and can immediately move out the way while stamina broken. So it's pretty overpowered if you ask me. And for the last, we got the stats. And you can see it's a pretty good amount of stats. You see Ki, stamina, health, all that stuff. So yeah, let's get into photo, shall we? that was it for Anubis. Let's keep going.
Next up is Cathyl, and yeah, to a little side note, this is going to be my personal favorite character review. Just at first, she do be looking fine, let's be honest. And second of all, she might be the most disrespectful character I have in my bouquet of custom created characters. So, let's get right into it. So, for the equipment, we have pants, clothing, and it only gives us 3 positive and stamina. Then we have the wedding dress. Yes, a wedding dress. And it gives us 3 negative in health, strike super, and key explosion super attack. And 3 positive in key, stamina, and basic attack. Then we got Vidal's clothing, and as you can see, it's a 1-star clothing. But nonetheless, it has 1 negative in stamina and 1 positive in strike supers. Then we got Blue Jeans clothing from the Bojack. And yeah, it got 3 negative in basic attack and strike supers, and 3 positive in key and stamina. And as the accessory, we got the same tail right there. And yeah, and for the super soul, we got a monster, a devil. And what it does, it reduces the damage we take for close skills, so combo attacks, by a small amount. And when the fight starts, we have full key. So yeah, and here are the stats. And well, I don't really have to say anything. Despite her having, well, low star clothing, her attributes, yeah, they say something quite different that you should not underestimate what it does. Like an old sentence likes to say, clothing does not make who you are. So, let's get into photo mode.
that was it for Cathyl. We're halfway through. We're gonna do the rest together. Let's keep moving. Next up is Oreo. Yes, Oreo. And I have a bit of a backstory to why I called him this. You see, I was walking in a store once, and there I see a package of gold Oreos, just with except the black chocolate, black cookies. They are the white ones, and the first thing my mind jumped to when I saw this was Golden Frieza, and then I knew I had to take the chance. So, that was it for the backstory. Now let's get into the equipment. So, first we got Goku Black's clothing. From the Goku Black arc, Goku Black. And it gives us 5 negative in health, strike supers, and ki explosion supers. Then 5 positive in ki, stamina, and basic attacks. Then we got Zamasu's clothing from the Attendant Kai from Universe 10, and also antagonist in the Goku Black arc. Yeah, Zamasu. It gives us 5 negative in health and basic attacks, and 5 positive in ki and stamina. Then we'll get the Sea Fighter clothing, which is exclusively for the Frieza race characters, and gives us 5 negative in health and ki explosion, 5 positive in ki and stamina. And at last we got Future Mai's clothing from Future Mai, also the Goku Black arc. And it gives us 4 negative in ki and stamina, and 4 positive in basic attack and ki explosion supers. Then as the accessory we'll get the Grand Priest ring, which is the father of Whis and basically every angel else, and direct descendant of the Omni King Zeno. And you can see it's in the back of his head. Then at the Super Soul we got Super Saiyan God Super Soul, Vegeta Super Soul, pathetic. And when we use Blazing Attack, which I'll show you later, it gives us a medium increase in basic attacks, ki explosion abilities, and the amount of ki we get from, performing combos or all that stuff. And I know it doesn't sound that great at all, considering it's a 4-star Super Soul, but keep in mind, you can use that up to 3 times. And the increase gets stacked at each other, meaning at the end, if you do it all 3 times, you basically have an extra large amount of, extra large increase, which is kinda nutty, not gonna lie. So, with that out of the way, let's get into photo mode.
I come! Here I come!
Oreo's done. Let's get to the last three of them. Now it's only a stone throw away. We're now jumping from the little Frieza Oreo to the big green Namekian Akumo. And I gotta warn you beforehand, or not really warn you, but his transformation is different in the fact that it changes our movesets. So this hits review is going to be a bit longer, but let's get into it. So, for the top, we got Bojack his clothing from Bojack, from the Bojack Unleashed movie. And it gives us 2 negative in ki and 1 positive in health, stamina, basic attacks, strike supers, and ki explosion supers. Then we got Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta's clothing from Gogeta, the fusion from Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan from the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly. And it gives us 2 positive in every attribute. Then we got Beerus' clothing, and yeah, from God of Destruction Beerus. And gives us 5 negative in health, stamina, no, not stamina, basic attacks and strike supers. And 5 positive in ki, stamina, and ki explosion. Then we got Super 17's clothing as the boots, and this should be fairly obvious from Super 17 from Dragon Ball GT. And it gives us 4 negative in health and ki explosion, and 4 positive in ki and stamina. Then as the accessory, we got Yamcha's sword from the original Dragon Ball anime, when he still was abandoned upon meeting Bulma and Son Goku in, the desert. Then as Super Soul, we got Super Soul from Full Power Super Saiyan Broly from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. And this is quite a good Super Soul because when we get our guard broken, or we are stamina broken, it diminishes the time by a large amount. So the opponent has a lot less time to actually, do damage on us. And this is also good because the transformation I was talking about reduces our ki. So yeah, it uses ki and stamina. And the stamina goes all the way down. So the only way this transformation stops is either you press the input to stop the transformation or wait till your stamina broken, and that's why I have this Super Soul, because I don't want that to happen. So yeah. Oh, before I forgot, here are the stats. And you see it's a lot in health, because technically the Namekians have a lot of health. And yeah, that was it for his character review. And yeah, let's get into photo mode.
That was it for Akumo. There's only 2 left. Let's do this. Next up is Luna, and yeah, like Akumo, her transformation changes the moveset, although it's a lot more to cover, and the stamina usage of this transformation is greatly reduced, unlike Turn Giant. So yeah, I'm gonna show the transformation last instead of, the ultimate attacks. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, for the top, we got GT Vegeta's clothing from Dragon Ball GT. It gives us 4 negative in stamina, basic attacks, and strike supers, while giving us 4 positive in health, ki, and ki explosion. Then for the pants, we got Pants clothing, and yeah, the granddaughter of Son Goku and daughter of Son Gohan, and it only gives us 3 positive in stamina. Then I got the Wis's symbol gi, for which Goku wore during the Resurrection F saga and also the first part of Dragon Ball Super. And it gives us 5 negative in health and ki explosion supers, and 5 positive in stamina and basic attacks. Then for the boots, we got Goku Black's clothing, which I said multiple times is the main antagonist of the Goku Black arc, and it gives us 5 negative in health, strike supers, and ki explosion supers, and 5 positive in ki, stamina, and basic attacks. Then at last we got Tapian's sword from Tapian from the Hero Reborn movie, if I'm correct. Don't really know the title of the film, but I know which. The giant monster there, Hirudegan was his name. She's sealed inside his body. Yeah, and then for the Super Soul, we got Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta's Super Soul from the Dragon Ball Super movie, Broly. Leave the rest to me. And at the beginning of the battle, it restores our entire ki. So we got full ki at the beginning, and it activates for a short time auto ki recovery. Yeah, and here are the stats, which are good. And also, there is a male version of the Majin, but the thing is, the more stamina they have, the less damage they take. So if I have 0 stamina, which can be fairly good possible, I take significantly more damage, which could result with attack up limit burst that I get one-shot. So yeah, but enough of that, let's get into photo room, shall we?
That's it for Luna. Now we only have one left. Let's go. So, we're now down to the last one, and that being Hachishaku. And unlike Akumo and Luna, her transformation does not change the moveset, meaning it's a regular transformation. So, with that said, let's get into it. So, for the top, we got Commander Red's costume from Commander Red, from the Red Ribbon Army, from the original Dragon Ball anime. And it gives us 1 negative in basic attacks and strike supers and 2 positive in ki. Then we got clothing from Android 13, and this gives us 4 negative in health and strike supers and 4 positive in ki and ki explosion supers. Then for the gloves we got Super 17's clothing, and it should be obvious from Super 17, while the pants were from Android 13 from Super 13 movie. And yeah, this again gives us 4 negative in health and ki explosion supers and 4 positive in ki and stamina. Then we got General Blue costume, also from General Blue, from the Red Ribbon Army, from the original Dragon Ball manga, and this gives us 2 negative in ki, basic attacks, and ki explosion supers, while giving us 2 positive in health, stamina, and strike supers. Then for the accessory, we got Yajirobe's katana, Yajirobe, who's residing at the tower with Korin, who basically invented the senzu beans. And there was another katana, but I thought this fit a lot better. Yeah. Then for the Super Soul, we got my loved one. I don't want my loved one to get hurt. And this is from Android 21, who is originally from Dragon Ball Fighter C. And it gives us this stats. At the beginning of the fight, it reduces the amount of damage we take by a medium amount, and it increases the stamina recovery by a medium amount. And shortly after the fight, these buffs are gonna get replaced through a medium increase in melee attacks, medium increase in all attacks with ki, ki attacks, and a medium increase in the amount of ki we get through performing combos, or using ki blasts. And here are the stats, and you see it has next to health, and it has an increased stat in ki explosion, which is normal for female Earthlings. And so that was it for that, and now let's get into photo. That was it for Hachishaku, but we're not quite done yet. We're now done with all the showcases, and before I end this video, I want to tell you 2 reasons why I did this video. So, first reason is that, as I said before, I want to give you a basic idea of how the whole thing works, know how the skills work, what attributes they are, a bit how the cacks work, just to give you a better idea in short terms. And the second one was to kind of prepare you on how the Minecraft videos are going to be, because they are going to be about the same length, if not longer, which I doubt that they will, because this video is almost an hour long. So yeah, I try to make it a bit less long than this video, but you never know. And yeah, with that said, so a huge shout out to all who were till the end, who watched till the end. Huge thank you and huge shout out. I don't take this as granted. And yeah, I'll see you in the Minecraft video then. And in the meanwhile, stay safe and have fun. Goodbye.